Hello, beautiful humans. So, I am in the process of getting my human design certification, and I thought, why not start teaching what I'm learning, right? Because they do say that you learn best by teaching other people, right? So, my mission is to share what I'm learning and what I'm immersing myself in currently. I'm going to start talking about different aspects of human design, and today I'm actually talking about gates. And I'm actually talking about a particular gate. I'm talking about gate 53. And the reason I'm talking about gate 53, it's because the sun is transiting that gate. And in fact, it's been transiting that gate from August 9th, which was 2 days ago. And it's going to be in that gate until August 15, because it takes 6 days for the sun to move through gates, to move through each gate, right? And I'm actually following through sidereal human design. True sidereal human design is based on sidereal astrology, right? Which is always, I think, a month behind the tropical one. And the true sidereal is actually based on what's visible in the sky. That's what I'm following, because true sidereal human design is what resonates with me deeply, right? When I study my chart, that's what I resonate with. So like I said, this week, the sun is transiting gate 53. And gate 53 is about starting new things. So if you have this gate defined in your body graph, you're the type of person who likes to initiate new things. You're so good at starting new things, right? You have that energy of creating that, like, initial momentum, right? It's something that excites you and you have that energy. And your energy also can inspire other people to start new things as well. But sometimes this gate is notorious for the manifesting generator behavior of starting different new things and then maybe not even finishing up, most of them. But most of the time, if you are in your radiance, which I call radiance, or like highest expression of this energy, is when you wait for the right time to start a new thing, right? You don't let the mind drive you and tell you like you should start a new thing. You don't let pressure from other people, from your environment, dictate when to start a new thing. So you only initiate a new thing or start a new thing when your strategy and authority, feel like, okay, like my strategy and authority like is aligned with this new thing that I want to start. Like if you're a sacral authority, then you are, tuning into your sacral and getting a response from there. If you're an emotional authority like me, you wait for that emotional wave, like the up and down, you wait for you to come back to neutral. And if you feel like, okay, you still want to respond to that thing, then you start that new thing, right? I myself do not have this defined in my body graph, but because my root is actually undefined, I amplify this energy from other people. And I'm a manifesting generator, and if I'm being honest, there are times that I've found myself just starting new things, but I feel like when I reflect back, this energy has been, sometimes like in the shadow, like in the lowest expression, when I feel like I'm uncomfortable with my current circumstance, I'm uncomfortable with the unknown, I'm uncomfortable sitting in that place where like I don't know what's coming. So therefore, like I want to escape that. So because I want to escape that, I let the fear, I let pressure from other people drive me to start the new thing. But then anything that you start out of fear actually never goes the long way, right? Because like if you're letting fear drive you, you're not letting like a true desire drive you to start that new thing. It's fear that's driving you. When that thing doesn't, like when you try to do it for like a month, 2 months, and it doesn't seem to go well, you're going to abandon that, right? Because it wasn't coming from that true desire, and that true, like it wasn't coming from your body, from your authority and strategy, right? It was your mind driving you to start that new thing, or it was, you just feeling the pressure from other people, right? So I also wanted to talk about the gene key 53, right? So the gene key 53 is the shadow of the gene key 53 is maturity, the gift is expansion, and the city is superabundance, right? So in the Gene Keys, Richard Rudd talks about how, you know, the immaturity is about like wanting quick fixes, right? Because you're driven by fear. You're driven to go after things because, you know, it's like the mind, you know, and that fearful, and the fear is actually the fear of not existing. Which, you know, like when I was contemplating this, I was thinking about like how sometimes like when, you know, I've wanted to, you know, manifest something in the world, like to make an impact, you know, when I wanted to come so quickly, it's because I felt like I wanted to establish myself, like I wanted to be this person who's making an impact. And when I ask myself deeply, what would happen if you don't make an impact, right? It's that fear of non-existence that, you know, sometimes drives your mind and makes you want to go after things so quickly, right? Even when you're not aligned, even when your authority and strategy is not aligned, right? Because you feel like, you know, other people are doing it, so I also need to do it. I need to make my mark in the world and acquire those things. If I don't have those things and I don't acquire those things quickly, then who am I? Then what is the point? Then you feel like, you know, like you feel like your existence is kind of threatened. And I feel like part of it is like that fear of being no one, you know, which like when you die, then you cease to exist, right? But anyway, it's the gift, you know, the gift of it is expansion, right? And I've been reflecting on this in my own life, especially because expansion actually sometimes happens even when like nothing is happening externally, right? So think about like in nature, like when trees have to shed their leaves at certain seasons. Like there are seasons of like, it seems like there's contraction happening, but that contraction is actually allowing for more expansion to occur, right? So in my own experience, when I've felt like nothing is happening in my external reality and I'm like in that space of unknown, but the thing is that space of unknown like allows me to go even deeper, to shed things that I need to shed. And when I come out of that space of unknown, I come out as like a person who has expanded, right? I've expanded my container, you know, like that space of unknown and that space of darkness allows you to heal a lot, or allows you to confront a lot. And in confronting all of that, you actually expand your container, you expand yourself as a person, so that like when the next, you know, thing presents itself out there, you have like a larger container to contain more, right? So I think like that idea of just like going after quick fixes, you know, you think like that quick fix is gonna fix you, right? Not understanding that moments of like nothingness, of like moments that feel like this contraction, those are actually necessary for your growth and expansion, right? So again, in the highest expression or in its radiance, this gate, like when you listen to your authority, you follow your strategy, then whatever you start, it's gonna come from this place of like alignment, right? And you actually don't have to finish what you start because your energy is about starting, right? But when you follow your authority and strategy, people and opportunities are going to present themselves to you, right? Because you're following, you know, the right timing, right? Like your body, you're aligned, right? You will be surprised that people will present themselves, opportunity to present themselves to help you finish whatever you started, and then maybe you can start, you know, another thing because you have that energy of like starting new things. Anyway, so I hope this explains what gate 53 is about. And if you have this gate defined in your body graph, how have you experienced it? And even if you don't have, right, you probably are amplifying it from other people. Or like when the sun transits, you're going to feel this energy. So in your experience, how have you experienced this energy? I'd love to hear from you. If you can leave comments down below, I would love to engage with you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content on human design. I will see you next time.